family and friends and fellow YouTubers. It's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner. And today we are at my brother's house, Stephen Strauss's house. And he is going to show us some of his nativity scenes, sets that he has gathered up from around the world.
Yes.
And I just thought that would be an excellent Christmas Eve program for my viewers out there. And even for the family, because a lot of the family, we don't know where they're all from. So it'll be really neat to see these nativity scenes. So let's go.
So Kim wanted me to share some of the nativity scenes that I have in my home. I think if you think about sets of nativities, I have about 10 or 11. If you think about individual nativity pieces, you can probably add about 6 or 7 more to that. We probably won't do all of them, but we'll do some of the more interesting ones and international ones. So I'll start with the one under the tree. This is actually a set of ornaments that Kim gave us a couple years ago, and everyone in the family got one. So I don't hang them on the tree, but I put them under the tree, and they're a Hallmark series.
Yes, they're vintage Hallmark.
Vintage Hallmark series. So I have a lot of nativity ones on the tree,
Point out one here.
Oh goodness.
Oh, I remember one. This one up here.
Oh, well, because you gave that to me.
Yes, I did.
So there's a nativity.
Yes. So he has several
Yes.
they're similar to that.
I do have a lot of international ornaments, but not a lot of nativity ornaments. So
Well, you can
we'll go.
point out a couple of the international ones.
This is from Israel. It says Shalom. This one is from India. It's a typical paper mache style of India. This one's real special. This is from Belarus, which is next to Russia, Eastern Europe. And that was a gift from when I was over there. So those are kind of cool. Some of the international
I actually have a Russian subscriber that I'm friends with. So hello, Risa.
Okay, so as far as nativities, we'll come over to this set here. This is probably my most meaningful one. I got it. It is from Bethlehem Square in Israel. I always set it up now in a circle. At one time I had some foster children and I had it all displayed out in a row, and they were playing with it and they put it in a circle so that everyone could see Jesus, and that had a lot of meaning to me. You'll notice that right now Jesus is not in the manger, and there's a custom throughout the world that you do not put Jesus in the manger until Christmas Day when he's born. So tomorrow I'll do that with 2 of the pieces. So this set here, it's not a huge story behind it, but it's kind of special. There was a family that found this and wanted me to have it, and so I always display it of the Holy Family there as well.
I think the manger is really pretty on this set.
This one in here is really, really special. Me and my sisters. This part here was the family nativity. I mean, when I was a little kid growing up, I don't know about Jody and Kim, but when I was a kid growing up, this is the nativity that I ever first remember seeing.
Yes.
Of course, there weren't the gold beads and stuff, but it's kind of got a 1970s nostalgia look to it. So, but it's just really, really special. It's got the Mary and Joseph. Oh, here's Mary and Joseph. And then the wise men are there around it, and the Gloria on top.
Yep.
So.
Yep, that's the one we grew up
This is
with.
a special one. This is the journey to Egypt, the flight to Egypt. And I just got that one this past year. A dear friend of mine lost her mother. And as they were going through things, she wanted me to have it. And so the mother had stained it and her signed it. So that was kind of special for the flight to Egypt. Okay, we'll go in here. This is another one that was a gift from a family that they wanted me to have one of the nativities. So I don't know a lot of story behind it, but it's a very special gift to me from a family. So this piece here is an international piece. It's from the country, it's from Mexico, from the state of Chiapas, which is the southernmost state in Mexico. It's made out of clay, And so you'll see all the figurines sitting there. I found that in a town called San Cristobal, Casas de San Cristobal in Chiapas, Mexico.
And once again, Jesus is
You'll notice
waiting
that
to be born.
the Jesus piece is not in there. Kind of a neat family story is those are some old vintage ornaments that was from our family as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. That looked like the star that we used to put on the tree.
Okay.
So.
We'll swing on around. This is a one-piece nativity. I think this came from New Mexico. It was a gift from someone. People start realizing that I collect them, and so they bring them, and that's really special.
Yeah.
And then this one, Kim and Jody, you all gave me this one after your trip to Pennsylvania, or one of you two girls brought it back.
Jody had given that to you because I gave you the ornament.
Okay.
Which we could show
So
them.
Jody gave me that from Pennsylvania.
Of the Amish.
Okay. There's 3 more pieces over here, and I don't know if your lighting's gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Okay. So this set here is from El Salvador. You'll notice that it has kind of the South American Indian look to it, and so I'll hold up like this is the little angel piece with the traditional coloring on it, and the darker complexion, the dark hair. That's and beautiful. So the little Jesus in the middle. It's interesting in the South American ones, they're all on a little platter.
I noticed that.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Them.
A neat story on this one is I had been in El Salvador on a mission trip, and I found one at an airport, and it's just a one piece. Well, my interpreter knew I was looking for a full set, and so she actually bought this set for me after I had left the country and brought it to me as a gift.
Oh, cool.
Here's another piece. Here's another piece from Chiapas. I got it on a second trip to San Cristobal in Chiapas, and so it's kind of interesting. It's a little more ornate. You'll see the Mary being having the ordained look to her, the angelic look, I guess you might say, about it. You'll notice the darker hair. It has more of an Indian, Mayan Indian look to it. They're culturally as would be. So Joseph looks a little bit older probably but here's what's interesting is you'll notice the hat, the cultural hat that he's holding there.
Yeah.
So
very detail oriented on their painting.
This one here is from India, which I was really surprised to find in India. Christianity is very strong in India, but also there, of course, with the Hindu and the Islam, you don't see a lot of Christian depiction of things. And so this piece I had, and actually I found 2 pieces, so I have 2 sets of this, just so I have the extra pieces to it. And so it has the coloring that you would find in India, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You'll notice
bright colors.
You'll notice the different colors among the different cultures. So kind of funny. I noticed little funny things is there's no shepherds, and I couldn't figure out this set, so there's 4 kings and no shepherds. So I guess we'll take it as it is. Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna go in the other room.
Okay. Hang on. Make sure it's gone. Okay.
This set here is from Prague, Czech Republic, in what would that be, like Central Eastern Europe area. And so I got that on a vacation when I was there. Something if you get really close and notice, it is made out of flax. So that is all like a wheat or what they call flax, kind of a husk type piece. So
very delicate.
yes, very delicate. So that's from Prague, Czech Republic.
Very neat.
Okay. If you just turn on around here, this is a very neat piece Jody and I found. It's a German custom. It's actually a Christmas card, but they are 3-dimensional. And
oh,
so
cool.
You'll see that it flattens, it's like a Christmas card, but then whenever you open it up, it's 3-dimensional, and so it's the Nativity. But if you look real close, it kind of has a Renaissance look to it,
yeah.
rather than a biblical look. So that's kind of new. Got that at Herman, Missouri, which is German territory here in Missouri.
And there are the 3 siblings, just like you saw at my house.
And these are our grandparents here.
Yep.
This is our dad's family, and our mom's parents. And there's one more set that I'll show you.
And is it back in there? Okay. Yeah, that's better.
So this is another piece that was from El Salvador that was given to me. And you can see it's very primitive. A very primitive set. But you'll also notice the clay tray that they all set in.
And this set came from?
This set came from El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Also. Yes.
Very neat. Very pretty. Colorful. Very delicate. Small.
Yeah.
All right.
So
And this dresser used to be our grandma's.
Yes.
And you refinished it, right?
No, this was done as a gift.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's kind of dark, and I don't have a lamp in this. Can you get
That's
those?
all right. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
these
they're
aren't really
showing.
nativities, but these are all international. Jody brought these on a couple of her trips. So this is from the Netherlands, and you can see the nativity there with the Holy Family and the candle. And then this is a very common tradition. Though this is a miniature. You would have candles that would light the fan. And then
the fan would turn.
the nativity, you'll see this is the nativity or the holy scene down below.
Oh, really cool.
Yep. Then this is real special. This is actually a Christmas card that I've had for many years. It's from Russia, and it says "O Holy Night," I think is the wording on it, or "The Holy Night" or something like that. But it's a Christmas card from Russia, and I've always just kept it and framed it.
Very neat.
And then when I was in Russia, I say Russia, Belarus, sorry. And then I was always looking for a nativity scene from there, and I could never find one. The Orthodox Church is very strong. I could never find a nativity scene. So they're known for they have a winter person, a character, like a Mr. Christmas kind of person. But this is kind of cool. Russia's known for its nesting dolls, but this has little ornaments.
Oh, how neat.
And so
I was not expecting that. I was expecting another doll.
Yeah, so these have little soldiers
Oh,
as the pieces. I don't know if you can see
I'm
that.
getting it. Very neat.
So that was kind of unique to find, except in the store when I opened it thinking there was going to be dolls, and all of these went flying all over the floor.
That wasn't so good, huh?
So
Very, very neat.
yeah. So that's some of the special pieces.
Okay, I'm going to go show them the one ornament that I brought you from the Amish, the Pennsylvania, and that's the quilted ball there. So, okay. All right.
Okay, I have 2 more pieces I'll show you, and these are just individual single items. I mentioned this one earlier. I bought this in El Salvador, and you can see a lot of the really bright coloring, and so that was very kind of neat. It's a one-piece item. This is the one I was telling you the story of, that I found this one as I was leaving, and so I wanted to get one of them and was very, very happy with this one. And then my interpreter found the one that I showed you earlier and brought it to me as a gift. So this single piece is El Salvador. And then the last one I'll show you, this one's from Heidelberg, Germany, and it's just wood. So you'll see the base is just a piece of wood. But then it's a 3-dimensional piece that's been cut out. So I'll flatten it, and then it comes to life, as you push out the individual pieces, even as detailed as the little baby at the bottom. And then the mountain range pops out as well. Let's get it there.
That's so cool.
Just a minute.
Yeah, by showing it from the side, I could show the 3D.
So you can see how it all slides out.
Cool.
And the tree line pops out. There we go. So that's a lot of cutting detail.
And this one was from Germany.
Yes. So there's actually like 1, 2, 3, 4. The sheep slides out. There's like 6 dimensions to this.
Oh, that is so neat. Just from a
And
piece of wood.
I think that's birch wood, I think. So
Very, very cool.
So it's like that. So that's from Heidelberg, Germany. So I hope you enjoyed this little trip. And
Thank
those are
you.
my nativities.
Thank you. Well, family and friends, I hope that you enjoyed that tour of the nativity scenes as much as I did. I just love looking at them and hearing the history. And I knew that if I was enjoying them, you probably would too. So I want to thank my brother Stephen for the tour and for allowing us to have Christmas in his home this year.
They're cooking.
And, yes, and my sister Jody is behind the scenes videotaping. So Merry Christmas, Jody.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Okay. And I also want to just say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year to all of my subscribers out there. All the loyal ones have been with me since day one, all the way up to my new ones that I'm gathering this week. And just thank you for your participation in my channel and your support. Talk to you later. Bye for now.